Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to another Power Rangers review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Build-A-Bear Workshop Power Ranger items, featuring the bears, costumes, etc., etc. Now, for those who don't know, Build-A-Bear Workshop is a company that was founded on the idea that you go in, you get a stuffed animal made. It can be bears, dogs. They've expanded beyond bears now, but basically you get to stuff it yourself in the place, and they make it for you, and you get clothes and accessories, so you can kind of build your own bear. It's the idea behind it. It's a great concept. I used to visit it a lot when I was younger, and when I found out they had Power Ranger stuff, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get the Power Ranger stuff, because if anything, Power Rangers is one of my most favorite franchises. The last time I was at a Build-A-Bear Workshop was when they had Star Trek items for the 50th anniversary. So you can see there's kind of a trend here. Now, with the Power Rangers, they did actually produce 2 separate bears, as well as a series of costumes and clothing with the Power Rangers items on it. Way more stuff was released for Power Rangers than there was for Star Trek, let me tell you. So let's first start with the bears themselves. Now, I got these 2, which is the Red Ranger and Pink Ranger bears. These each cost $25.50, which is about the standard price for one of the licensed bear types. And overall, they are really cool. Now, I got mine to be stuffed with a lot of stuffing so they can actually, relatively stand on their own. Pink here, I made it was a little softer, so she doesn't like stand. I just kind of like lean her up against things. But you can get them stuffed with a lot of stuffing, little stuffing. You get that kind of option there. Now, I did do the whole bear building process with both of these, which was interesting because I was trying to like juggle both of them. But great help from the Build-A-Bear staff. They helped me find everything that I was looking for and helped with everything, so shout out to them. The Build-A-Bear at Cottonwood Mall in Albuquerque, New Mexico is where I got these guys. So anyways, taking a look at the bears, you can see these are the specially designed bears. So it has the Pink Ranger helmet design. I love the gray piece here to represent the mouth plate of the helmet. You can see their eyes on top of the visor, which I think is really cool. Also the ears are colored accordingly. She's even got, because I named this one Kimberly because I'm a dork and I like to name things with weird puns. And my dad came up with that pun, honestly. Kimberly. Anyways, we've got this here, which is, of course, the Power Morpher with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's a pink label, and it should be red, but I'm not going to worry about that. That's actually works better color scheme-wise. And then the pterodactyl coin. You can see on the hand here, you got BAB for Build-A-Bear. And you got on the foot, Power Rangers for Power Rangers. Really cool, really nice fur texture, really well-made bear. On the back, there's not much, just a big old pink bear. But yeah, she looks really good. This is Bearson, another name my dad came up with. My dad's good with the puns. I got him like really stuffed, so he can actually, if I balance him just right, he can stand on his own a little bit. I put more stuffing in him because I wanted him to look like the Red Ranger from the series, and Jason was like a really big dude, so I was like, you know what, we'll make her a little smaller to match Kimberly and him bigger to match Jason. As you can see, the Morpher is correct here, the red label, but you can see the helmet with the mouth plate, the design. They're really well made. There was a sound effect box apparently. My store didn't have it, but it is online that plays the Power Ranger theme. I may look into ordering one of those just to kind of finish the set off, but there is that, and you can insert the sound into the hand or something, so you like squeeze it, it plays the theme song. But yeah, really cool. Build-A-Bear, Power Rangers. That's pretty much it for the bears. Now, dressing these 2 up in any Power Rangers costumes would be a little weird, at least to me. I mean, you certainly can do that. You can put them in any clothes you want. They're just standard bears. But to give them a little bit of accessory, for $10, you can get a Blade Blaster. And you're probably wondering, why is this plush Blade Blaster $10? And then the answer is, it has sound effects. Which is really cool. So basically the idea with the bear accessories like this is you just have this little cord, and you can just wrap it around the hand here, like this, and now you can put it there. And I can hold the Blade Blaster, That's really cool. Blade Blaster is very toy inspired. It doesn't say Power Rangers on it. If it said Ranger Stick, I would be very, very confused. Naturally, I did get one for her because, yeah. I did end up buying about 5 of these Blade Blasters. Not really probably the best option, but I did it anyways because I was like, I got 5 Rangers to get. Speaking of other Rangers, yes, red and pink are the only 2 that are available as full bears, but there are costumes for red, pink, blue, black, and yellow Rangers. No green and white. Maybe they'll do that later on. It'd be kind of interesting if they did do more bears like this. I would definitely go and get them. But let's take a look at those other costumes. So starting with the Red Ranger costume, the costumes, as you can see, are one-piece suits. They're velcroed in the back. There's a spot for the little tail. I put this on my Spider-Man bear that I had because, you know, he was red. I do like the masks on these, and the masks are pretty cool because they just slide over the head. They work best with traditional style things here, but you can see in the mask, it's got the head, it works best with traditional style bears, but as I will show you, you can kind of put it on a lot of things. The best way to get the masks on for those curious is to kind of put the back of the head on, I've noticed, and then just kind of like bring it over the front. I'm keeping the tags on the Spider-Man bear, but you can pull little ears through like this, like that. And you can see you got kind of a nice convincing Red Ranger. I do like the visor with the little sheen on it. And you can see the morpher there. Like with this bear, he's not so stuffed, so the costume doesn't fit him as well. As you can see, like this is where the leg ends, but up here is where his actual like leg split is. So it does not fit him perfectly, but it's kind of a nice fit. And his eyes are popping through the top of the mask. Let's get that down on here. But yeah, that's the Red Ranger costume. Not much else to it. Oh, it does have Power Rangers on the foot. So there's that. Here is Blue Ranger, which I put on this winter bear that my family has. Anyways, you can see there, nice little visor. Same mask thing. You can see he has a smaller head, but yet the mask still works. It's kind of a nice fit all size. I think these are really well made. They're a nice cloth material. I'm not sure what the actual material is, but they are really nice. And I should mention the costumes are $16 a piece. So if you're looking to pick up all of them, it's going to cost you a little bit, but they are really well made. You can see even that this has the correct red labels. They didn't change it to blue or anything like that. So you do have that. As you can see, it looks good with a Blade Blaster too. I think that overall this works really well. And I put it on a blue bear because, you know, he's the Blue Ranger. Here's the Black Ranger costume. As you can see, this is not a Build-A-Bear bear. This is actually a really old bear that I found in my house. And I was like, all right, let me just put him in this costume, see if he fits. And he does, which is really good. These costumes pretty much will fit on most Build-A-Bear things. My mom has a couple dogs. I tried it on them. They just don't have the right proportions for it. But overall, it does work. They don't need a tail either. Like, this guy doesn't have a tail. So he's just got a little spot. But as you can see, I mean, it works on even non-Build-A-Bear stuff. So if you are just, like, picking up, say, like, one of the Build-A-Bears and you want to get costumes for other bears that you own, this would be kind of a good option. But yeah, Power Rangers, belt buckle, costume mask. Looks really cool. It looks really nice. To break the trend here, we have the Pink Ranger costume, which I put on a cat because, you know, Catherine, her name is Cat, and this is a cat my mom had. And I was like, hey, Mom, can we put the Pink Ranger costume on the cat because that would be neat. She's really tall, so the costume doesn't fit perfectly, but it honestly looks really good. As you can see, it does not have the pink labels like the Pink Ranger bear had. I think it was more just a printing thing for the bear itself, but you can see that even if it is a different costume, you could put this on the Pink Ranger bear. I might try that later, but yeah, and even has room for like this big old fluffy cattail. So you're not restricted to just using bears. Just more humanoid, like standing up type animals should fit. It's kind of a test and see sort of thing. Speaking of testing and seeing, this is Winnie the Pooh dressed as the Yellow Ranger. And before anybody's like, oh, what, the Yellow Ranger's a girl, I'm like, you know what, if Winnie the Pooh wants to dress as the Yellow Ranger, he should be allowed. Especially since in Jew Ranger, the Yellow Ranger was a boy. So it works out. Now, Pooh Bear here is a really big bear because he's Pooh Bear, so he's got a big old belly. But you know what? He still fits in the costume okay. I think it actually works on him. As you can see, his mouth, like he has this open mouth, and it just, like the mask fits right over it. I think he looks good. He's really tall. But yeah, look at him. He looks good. He can pull it off. He also reminds me, like when he looks like this, it kind of reminds me of Yellow Owl from Chojin Sentai Jetman, just because he's a little bit pudgier. But, you know, it still works. So basically these costumes, because they are the cloth that they do fit a wide variety of animals. You just got to kind of find the right type to fit them. So for example, you have like a teddy bear that you've had for a long time, and you were like, oh, I love the Yellow Ranger, I want to get the Yellow Ranger costume. You probably could be able to fit it, as long as it has kind of this humanoid shape, like the standing up type position, and their heads are small enough to fit in the masks. You'll be good to go. It works on a wide variety of things. That being said, one of my favorite bears I've ever had, my polar bear here, he normally is wearing a Batman costume. I tried to fit him in one of the Ranger suits. It didn't quite work out because his head, as you can see, his head is really big, so he just couldn't fit. And overall, he's like a large-sized bear, so he doesn't really fit in that. But he does fit in the Power Ranger pajama set, which is a thing. The pajamas themselves, which comes with the t-shirt and the pajama pants, that's $12, and the slippers are $7, so they're separate. The slippers are just Red Ranger helmets on slippers, but they're cool. The pants, you can see, have lightning bolts of the different Ranger colors, which is pretty neat. And the t-shirt has the 5 Rangers helmets on here. I love how they've just stuck to the 5 Rangers. I mean, I think it's a tie-in to the movie, where the Rangers, there's only 5 Rangers, they don't have green or white right now. So, it's kind of like, I think that's the tie-in here, is that they're going for 5 Rangers. But yeah, so you got a pajama set, you got slippers, how about a sleeping bag? I got this because I was getting everything else. The sleeping bag's $12. It's a tiny bear-sized sleeping bag with that same design. It has enough room in here, so you can actually just take, and this video is getting so weird. Alright, here we go. Yeah, now he's in a sleeping bag. Look at him. He's all cozy. He's all ready to go on a trip with Power Ranger stuff. So yes, you can put the red and pink Ranger costumes on the red and pink Ranger bears. I personally see it as being a little redundant just because they already have the design and printing underneath for the Ranger suits, but I think the overall heads look a little bit better with the closed visors. But it's all up to personal preference. The thing is, if you just get a Power Ranger bear, you don't have to buy any costumes because it's already got the design to it. And also, it's just like if you want to get a whole team, you just need to have 3 other animals that can wear the costumes, and you'll have a whole team just like me. So that does it for this review. Be sure to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe for more Power Rangers and Super Sentai reviews, and also hit the bell if you want notifications every time I upload a new review. Also check out the Soundcast every Friday, which I discuss all kinds of topics, mostly relating to the content on this channel. And also be sure to stay tuned, as I got a bunch of videos planned heading into the Power Rangers movie, including a review of the film, as well as just an overview of what changed between the original images and ideas and then the actual final film. So once we get the film out here, I'm going to have a bunch of video content, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.